Welcome to the Therapy Trainings Podcast. I'm so glad you're joining me today. This episode is a special companion to the course titled 3 CE Hours Cultural Competence, Diversity, and Privilege, offered by Therapy Trainings, where we dive into the essential topics of cultural competence, diversity, and the often misunderstood concept of privilege in the context of mental health practice. As mental health professionals, we encounter a multitude of backgrounds, identities, and experiences in our work. This course is designed to help you navigate those complexities with greater awareness and skill. In today's episode, we'll unpack key themes from the course, explore common misconceptions surrounding cultural competence, and share insights that can enhance your practice and foster meaningful connections with your clients. So whether you've taken the course or are just curious about these topics, you're in the right place. Let's start with the concept of cultural competence. What exactly does that mean? Simply put, cultural competence is the ability to understand, communicate with, and effectively interact with people across cultures. It's a skill set that allows us to respect and acknowledge the diverse backgrounds of our clients, which can significantly impact their mental health and therapeutic journey. One of the key takeaways from Therapy Trainings course is the realization that cultural competence is not a destination but a continuous journey. It requires ongoing education, self-reflection, and an openness to learning about different cultures and experiences. It's about being aware of our biases, yes, we all have them, and how they can influence our perception and treatment of clients. Imagine a client walks into your office and they come from a cultural background that is vastly different from your own. Their beliefs about mental health, their coping mechanisms, and even their communication style may not align with what you're accustomed to. This is where cultural competence becomes vital. By understanding their cultural context, you can provide more effective support tailored to their unique needs. Now let's delve deeper into the concept of diversity. Diversity encompasses more than just race or ethnicity. It includes gender, sexual orientation, age, socioeconomic status, and ability, among other factors. The course emphasizes that diversity enriches our understanding of the human experience. It challenges us to broaden our perspectives and helps us to appreciate the complexity of the human condition. One insightful exercise from the course encourages mental health professionals to reflect on their own identities and how these influence their practice. For instance, how does your own cultural background shape your worldview? How might your experiences affect the way you interact with clients from different backgrounds? This self-awareness is crucial in recognizing that our clients' realities may differ significantly from our own. Now, let's talk about privilege. This is a term that can spark a range of emotions and reactions, and it's often misunderstood. In the context of mental health, privilege refers to the advantages that certain individuals or groups have based on characteristics like race, gender, socioeconomic status, and more. These advantages can lead to disparities in access to mental health resources, quality of care, and ultimately mental health outcomes. One misconception is that acknowledging privilege means feeling guilty or ashamed of one's background. This is not the goal. Instead, it's about understanding how privilege operates in our society and recognizing the systemic barriers that marginalized communities face. By doing this, we can become better advocates for our clients and work towards more equitable mental health services. For example, consider a therapist who may not understand the challenges faced by a client from a low-income neighborhood. By acknowledging their privilege, such as access to education and resources, they can actively work to inform themselves about the barriers that client faces and how those barriers impact their mental health. This awareness can lead to more empathetic and relevant support. Transitioning now to practical applications, how can you incorporate these concepts into your practice? Start by creating an inclusive environment in your therapy space. This could be as simple as displaying materials and resources that reflect diverse cultures, or being mindful of the language you use. Small changes can make a significant difference in a client's comfort level. Another approach is to actively seek out training and resources. Therapy Trainings, for example, offers a variety of courses that can help you deepen your understanding of cultural competence, diversity, and privilege. It's essential to stay informed about these topics as they're continually evolving. Engage in conversations with colleagues, attend workshops, and read literature that explores these themes. The more knowledge you acquire, the more equipped you'll be to support your clients effectively. Let's take a moment to address some common misconceptions surrounding cultural competence. One that frequently arises is the belief that cultural competence can be achieved through a single workshop or training session. While such events can provide valuable insights, true cultural competence requires ongoing engagement and a commitment to lifelong learning. It's not about checking off a box. It's about developing a mindset that embraces diversity and seeks to understand the experiences of others. Another misconception is that cultural competence is only relevant for therapists who work with specific populations. In reality, every client brings their unique cultural background into the therapeutic setting, regardless of whether they're part of a marginalized group. Thus, cultural competence is essential for every mental health professional, no matter their area of focus. Now, let's dive into some practical strategies to enhance your cultural competence. First, practice active listening. This means being fully present in your conversations with clients, which can help you understand their experiences and perspectives better. Ask open-ended questions and encourage them to share their stories. This not only fosters a sense of safety, but also validates their experiences. Second, consider integrating cultural humility into your practice. Cultural humility is about recognizing that you do not know everything about another culture and that you should approach each client's experience with curiosity and respect. It's an acknowledgement that the client is the expert on their own life and culture. Third, be open to feedback. Encourage clients to share their thoughts on the therapeutic process and be willing to adapt your approach as needed. This not only builds trust, but also demonstrates your commitment to understanding their unique needs. As we begin to wrap up this episode, I want to leave you with some thought-provoking insights. Cultural competence is not merely an obligation, it's an opportunity for growth. By embracing diversity and acknowledging privilege, you can foster deeper connections with your clients and create a more inclusive therapeutic environment. Reflect on the ways you can challenge your assumptions and biases. The more you explore your own cultural identity, the better you can understand and empathize with your clients. Remember, we're all on this journey together, and it's okay to make mistakes along the way. What matters is that we learn and grow from those experiences. I encourage you to take the next step in your professional development. Visit therapytrainings.com to explore the course on cultural competence, diversity, and privilege, along with many other valuable resources designed to support you in your practice. Investing in your education not only benefits you as a professional, but also profoundly impacts the lives of those you serve. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Therapy Trainings podcast. I hope you found this discussion insightful and inspiring. Remember, the journey of cultural competence is ongoing, and every step you take contributes to a more equitable and compassionate mental health field. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep making a difference.